Name Serafina is the patron saint of handicap, so that's her real name.
My beloved cat's name is Boaz.
But her nickname is Trashy because she loves men.
I have two kitties. They're both 12 years old, and one is named Binky, and the other is named Buttons.
Actually, she goes by whatever she and her spirit believe she should be doing.
I met them on the same day. No, I didn't meet them on the same day. I picked them up on the same day. I saw Buttons first, and I walked in to this room at the shelter, and I thought, oh my God, I'm in love. So we went and picked them both up at the same time. They're about 4 months apart in age. Binky was a lot littler. And we didn't know what to do, so we put them in the laundry room together and thought, okay, they're either gonna get along or, have a big fight. So there weren't any noises coming from the laundry room. And I opened the door and looked in, and Buttons was bathing Binky.
Well, I had to leave the countryside to find Boaz, and as you know in the biblical story, that's kind of fitting. That's how he got his name, Boaz, and he's a long-haired, fun, little, fancy creature.
I became handicapped in June of 2016, and I was in a coma until September that year, and in and out of hospitals a lot. I needed something physical in my life to love and to be loved by. And so I started looking online for the Humane Society Great River Rescue. And so we went in there and we walked in the room and it was pure silent. And then when I walked past her cage, she started screaming, meow, meow. And I was afraid of her because there was red lettered signs saying, don't pet this one, because of scratching and biting and such. And my friend who brought me, she said, Kate, look at this one. And I said, no, read the sign. And she said, read the cat, not the sign. She chose me. And to me, that's part of life, is we have our own human ideas, and then the Holy Spirit comes and changes something to highlight the right thing. You don't know. And her, you don't know. The sign that humans wrote was in red and said, don't touch, in danger, she's dangerous. But you don't know. So be open to what the Spirit leads you to do and act on it.
Buttons has taught me patience and kindness and maybe not rushing into things all of the time. Like, it doesn't have to be done right now.
Boaz has taught me so many lessons around my life at home and at work. He's always doing stuff that applies to what's going on in my life. So Boaz sometimes seems super overwhelming, like it's going to be a super long process to get to know what Boaz is trying to tell me or teach me. So I'm trying to have patience and just try to put in about a half an hour when I can to just spend with Boaz and learn from him.
I like it that she is a communicator. I like that. And it's like with God, He's a communicator. You have to be willing to listen, to at least hear His voice. And her voice is very clear. I love being brushed and then the bite. So it's not a mean thing, but it's a clear communication, just like our Father above. He doesn't bite, but his clear communication.
I'd say that Boaz is unique in that he's kind of long and can be intense, but really does try to communicate a story that will help guide the humans in his life forward.
They just kind of make me feel safe. They're just warm and soft, and I like having that.
Boaz, I think, will help guide me into the future. Boaz, I think, loves to try to take the input and sit with it, and the final result at the end of the day really is a guiding force for me.
So I'm not picking her up because that's too dangerous. But here she is. We'll see. Like, I'd love to have her over here and pet her, but she's just not going to do that right now.
This is Binky. But this is the Buttons, who's a sweetheart.
Let me introduce you to the cat.